Hi, I'm Soleil Dakota, and this is Musical Medicine. This is my offering to bring us together, to remember our connection to one another and to our own hearts. Welcome and thank you for being here with us. Tonight I'm going to perform a song I co-wrote with Shanice Wilson. It's called An Angel Now. Right after the performance, we'll come back and I'm going to sit down with my beloved friend, Gloria Wilcox, to talk about her book, Soothing Angels, A Guide for Spiritual Connection. Hi, I'm Soleil Dakota. This song is called An Angel Now. Clouds overhead, I pull myself out of bed, trying to find the sun, but only teardrops fall. Tell me why the one I love said goodbye. I keep hoping that someday you'll call. I miss him with all my heart. How can I make a new start? If ever I needed an angel to lift me up, if ever I felt forsaken, down on my luck, if ever I needed an angel to show me how, I need an angel. Going out for a walk to have a talk with myself. It's time for moving on, time for letting go. Before me I see a man who sleeps in the street, day and night living out in the cold. And I should be glad for what I have. I open my heart and I pray. If ever I needed an angel to lift me up, if ever I felt forsaken, down on my luck, if ever I needed an angel to show me how, I need an angel now. When I close my eyes and whisper this prayer, it's a comfort knowing someone is there, a voice telling me to believe, asking that you will receive. If ever I needed an angel to lift me up, if ever I felt forsaken, I need an angel now. That song is called An Angel Now. I wrote it when I was living in LA. I want to thank my co-writer, Shanice Wilson, who's a beautiful singer and a very good songwriter. This song, it was written during a time period when I was feeling a lot of despair, and so I'm singing it to comfort everyone in those periods of our lives. I've been thinking about angels, and I want to shout out and give my appreciation to my crew, and I want to thank Patricia Hartigan Bloom for showing up about 3 or 4 months ago as an angel in my life and making this show possible. So thank you all. Mwah. We're back with Gloria Wilcox. Welcome, Gloria.
I'm glad to be here.
We are delighted to have you. I'm going to read a bio for Gloria Wilcox. Gloria has pioneered the integration of psychology and spirit in the San Francisco Bay Area since 1975. Following her near-death experience, she had a dramatic, life-changing awakening where her spiritual gifts blossomed. Gloria has been director of inner growth seminars, an intuitive counselor, and a healer with an open heart. She invented the 7-step emotional release process to help her clients feel positive about life. Gloria is author of Soothing Angels, a guide for spiritual connection. Gloria's open-hearted book, Prayers and Paintings, can inspire you and give you tools to find your own spiritual answers, help you focus and connect with divine wisdom, and help you relax and feel calm and content.
Yes.
Gloria, your book is so beautiful, and I've sat with it the last couple of days, and it's so lovely, and I'm inspired by it. You open the book with the first chapter, Spiritual Awakening, and you tell us about your horrible accident and how that created an opening for you with spirit. Can you tell us a little bit about that accident?
I was going to a conference on God, and we were nearing Santa Barbara, and a man took his hands off a wheel and jumped the divider and came right into our laps.
Oh my goodness.
So I took a deep breath and prayed that we would not die, because the first thing I heard in my intellect is, we're going to die. And so it was a very tragic accident in many ways, but I got so many things from this experience. I feel it's the best thing that ever happened to me. So what happened, I was able to, I had a head injury, and every bone in my body was hurt, and I had a lot of pain, and I was dizzy for 6 months. And I had a couple children, one was 2 and one was a few months old. And so I couldn't pick them up, I couldn't take care of them. I had to go to bed because I was dizzy. And so that experience gave me such opportunity to go deeper into my subconscious mind and deeper into my spiritual mind. And I became able to see the future for clients. So I had to ask Spirit, the angels, how to handle this. And I had to ask them to help me with every way. And I was so, and still today I grieve over the impact it had on my children.
You were mentioning that to me.
Did not have a mother, yes, right. Attentive mother for 6 months. Mm-hmm. So the angels saved my life. I'm sure that they softened the blow, and I didn't break my neck and all kinds of things that could have happened. Mm-hmm. So, but the spiritual gifts that I got from this experience really were incredible, because I heard strictly from Spirit through the angels, and I became a different kind of person. And I stopped a lot of fears of death, and because I went through the death, near-death experience, and did not die. So, and my compassionate nature increased. I could really blend with people very easily to really see what's inside their souls. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this experience and for the guidance that I got from asking the angels. And they came in my inner ear and they said, you just have to ask and we'll give you anything that you want. And so I followed that principle throughout my teaching, and I was director of an integral seminar, and I asked for help on all kinds of things, and they really came through. They came through without any hesitation. So I really had the spiritual support system that was incredible, and I really am grateful for that experience.
That's so beautiful, Gloria. Let me ask you, you told me during that time that you were very angry and you learned how to release your anger and your frustrations and to be in an appropriate way.
Yeah. Well, anytime you get a head injury, you get mad. It's one of the things that happens as a part of having a head injury. And I went in 4 inches deep into the metal dashboard. And so I had a lot of, it re-stimulated all my unexpressed feelings. So I just went on every night after my husband got home, after he put the kids to bed, we went into the bedroom and did a massive catharsis to release all kinds of things. So when you purify yourself like that, you become different. And they taught me about anger release, just in my inner ear. And they were just such good teachers. And they told me never blame people and always take accountability for issues, and release your anger. And then I became more loving. Now my name at birth was Lovea, Labia. And so I came back to my birthright of being a very loving person. And I actually started a lot of validation for my clients.
Yes.
And my teaching, I would teach them to love each other and to release any fears or any anger they had towards their parents. And they became different people. It was a 12-week course I taught, and one of the most exciting things happened is when a psychiatrist took the course, and we didn't tell anybody that he was a psychiatrist. He got up at the graduation and he said, I'm a psychiatrist, and I learned more from Gloria Wilcox than I did from medical school.
That's amazing, what a tribute.
His not sharing it until graduation really blew people away, because he was just another student that was really very well educated. But he became so much more effective in his psychiatry work that I'm really proud of him, and that he had the courage to be in a group of people and learning how to release anger, how to release the subconscious mind, how to be present to people, not intellectually, but from his heart.
Right.
So my work was about opening my heart and then opening my client's heart. This was such a wonderful experience to be in the presence of all these very intelligent people changing their lives so that they were never the same. And I have one couple that came into the class and then they got married, and they send me notes every time they have a anniversary, thanking me for helping them to love each other and to be having a wonderful marriage. So this opportunity to teach people on a very deep level and with the heart, it just was the biggest blessing of my life. And our staff, we had a one-to-one for each person, and the staff got along and they practiced what we were teaching. And that was so fun to work with people that really did not have normal negativity, but their hearts were open. So everybody was blessed. And opening the heart is, to me, the best thing we can do to be happy. And we don't teach people how to love. We mostly critical-based society. So I just really wrote this book from a premise of love. Yes. And one of the things that came out of it was that people can sleep better when they call upon the angels. They just tell them to ask for our help, and we will give it to you. So I really am grateful for this experience.
You, one of the chapters is Love is the Healer. And that's when I was reading about how you evoke unconditional love when you sit with a client, and people feel seen and heard and held. And I remember when I met you, and you said, it was at the Bioneers Conference, and my friend David Kinchy had invited me to go. I'd never been. And we were in our separate little corners walking around, and I look up, and there David is accompanying you. You are hanging on his arm, ever so regal. And we met for the first time, and David said, Gloria is a great psychic. Give Soleil a reading. And you looked at me and you said, you're going to be famous.
Yes,
and
I believe that. I believe it.
You said that, and you said, you have gifts you don't know. And of course I remembered that, because I'm living a very sort of humble, quiet life. And but you had looked into me and seen my talents and my gifts.
Yeah.
And I handed you a CD of a song that I'd written for my father.
Yes.
And I had an unresolved issue with my father, and you spoke to it right away. And you said, and your father loves you more now than he did before. So I have my own special Gloria Wilcox experience.
Well, you know, those things come naturally and easy for me. I don't try. They just, the brain, hit on the head really opened up my brain, and it is a wonderful experience to have that opportunity to see inside of people and to feel their heart. It just is a wonderful experience. I encourage anybody that is unhappy, try it.
You said in the book, open brain, open heart.
That's right, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your painting.
The
paintings are so beautiful.
Well, thank you.
And you had said that you started painting when you were in 6th grade.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Yes. Well, I had a natural artistic ability, and I tried all kinds of things. Even a museum when we lived in Brooklyn, and copied the paintings every day after school. So, but I didn't want to do anything that was copied. I want to just have it come from my soul. So the paintings are just natural. And my teacher said, why don't you try another subject? I said, no, I want to really explore angels. And I spent 10 years doing that with my art teacher. And it was so much fun because I didn't try. They just came. And I think that's really living with the spirit direction, when it comes to you rather than you effort. I didn't want to effort with my paintings. And so I'm really happy that I found a teacher. He said, you're different from any of my students, because I wanted to be, just allow it to flow. And that's how life is when I'm in this with the angels. Life flows, and I've had so many directions from them. One of them I'd like to share right now is I was in college in Redlands, California, and I was just finished my sophomore year, and I said, where's the man I'm going to marry? And I heard in my inner ear, Ann Arbor, Michigan. So I said, I'm going there. And I went there, and the first meeting I went to was a party, and a man asked me, would you like to go to a Glee Club's meeting, and we'll double with my roommate. Well, my roommate was Bob Wilcox, and he was a redhead, and I was a redhead, and so we got married 3 years later, and that was really exciting to be directed to the man I married, and it was he looked like he looked like a little bit like my father, and it was like we were old friends. Instantly.
Yeah.
And so that was a very, that's something I couldn't have planned that one out. And so that was a really wonderful experience of trusting the angels, asking them, and just being quiet, and they would telepathically say something to my face, to me in my inner ear, and it was so exciting to. I mean, a lot of people struggle to find somebody to feel, but we had such compatibility. It was wonderful.
Great.
And only an angel could do that.
Oh. Let me ask you a little bit about writing the book, because what brought you? You had mentioned that John Engel and Joe Lublin had supported you, and I'd like to hear a little bit about that.
Well, I had not been feeling well before my birthday. My birthday's December 30th. And so they came to my birthday party, and they said, I think John said it, that he said, I want to do something special for Gloria, because she's given so much. And so he and Jill Lublin had a conference to figure out what to do for me. And John had the idea to write about my angel paintings. And so he gave me support, and Jill gave me some support. But mostly, once I got the permission to do it, I just did it by myself. And it was really written through my subconscious mind. I didn't really struggle with it. I mean, every night they would, I would say the angels would speak to me about all kinds of things. And I had been wanting to write a book for a long time. Had too many ideas, and I didn't know which ones to use. Right. But once he brought this to me, that's what happened.
John suggested the angels, since you had your
and I did, paintings. And it was easy because the ideas came from my soul, and I didn't have to think about what to say. It just came pouring out of me every time I would sit down and do it. I really now regret I didn't do quite a few books, because
it was so easy.
It was so easy, and it was a wonderful experience. And I just love it when people call up and say, I was using your book and gathering information from angels, and it makes me, I feel happier. Yes. So I'm really grateful that they got together and gave me that support.
Yes.
I just needed encouragement.
Right,
and I'm an encourager.
That's right.
That's what I've done with a lot of people, is encourage them, validate them, give them courage to be themselves, go on the path which the angels help and support. I mean, it's made life so much more exciting.
Wonderful, Gloria. You mentioned in the opening of your book that wherever your guidance comes from, it could be from Jesus, it could be from Buddha.
It doesn't have to be angels. Angels were just the archetype I used, I guess, because I was painting them a lot. I wanted to see what that realm was like, and I learned a lot. I've had a great life of learning, but the angels are really there for me and teach me so much, and I'm grateful.
Gloria, we're just about out of time. This has been so delightful. I'd like to read a quote from your book. Oh, these beautiful, beautiful paintings, Gloria Wilcox.
These are poems or prayers that I spent one weekend writing. One prayer for each of the paintings that are in the book.
They're so beautiful. We can help you change your inner beliefs in order to create better situations directed by your soul. You can become empowered to become your true self.
Isn't it wonderful to be your true self?
I was going to ask you, what is the true self in so briefly?
It's the innate being, the talents we were born with that didn't get released out of us from angry parents. It's just whatever we're meant to be. And as a little girl, I would play teacher, and I was a teacher. And then I would play with paints, and I was a painter. So I think they just intensified who I was and brought me to my true self. And that's why I could be so creative, because I was my true self and I didn't have to struggle with the creative arts. So,
that's
and
wonderful.
I think the angels led me to you.
Yes, yes.
And I'm really grateful I know you.
Thank you, Gloria. You've blessed my life in such a short time of knowing you. You did a prayer on my opening show. It was so lovely.
Yeah, thank you. Bless you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Good night, everybody. I'd like to give a shout out and a special thanks to the crew. Mwah. Good night.